Hello guys, my name is NaToSaphiX and today we have another video, and this time it is all about my loadout. It's a video that's been somewhat requested by you guys, and I thought I'd do it now. There's a specific reason why I'm doing it right now and not yesterday. But anyway, here he goes. For the P2000, we've got the P2000 Ocean Foam, no stat track. But should I want to switch over to USP, and that's my phone, sorry for that. Should I want to switch over to USPS, I do have a stat track Orion minimal wear that I actually got in a trade-up contract. Now, going over to the dual Berettas, we've got the stat track dual Berettas Urban Shock, and I've got a lot of Cobalt Quartz here. Some follower gave me all of these at once. I don't know what he was doing, but anyway, I use these as the only stat track dual Berettas I've got. I rarely use them, so it's okay. Then for the P250 spot, we have a lot of different skins. We've got the P250 Franklin, Muertos, Supernova, more Franklins. We've got the Dollar Bills Nils. And yeah, what I'm using is Curly Loves NATO. And that's a P250 Modern Hunter that has been gifted to me by a guy called Curly. It's, in my opinion, probably the coolest P250 skin, and I'm very, very happy that he would give me this. And onto the CZ75, we've got a CZ75 Auto Victoria, and it's pretty much the only good CC skin I've got. Except I've also got the pink gun, that's quite cool. And for the Deagle spot, we've got the Desert Eagle Blaze. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of the Desert Eagle skin you want. It does not have stat track, unfortunately, but still, it is probably the coolest Desert Eagle skin, in my opinion. As far as the dual Berettas go, I don't really know. There might be some skins that are cooler than the Urban Shock, but in my opinion, for the P2000, the Ocean Foam is the coolest skin. The P250 skin, Modern Hunter. CZ Auto is probably Victoria. I can't really think of anything else that would be cooler. And then I also would love the Desert Eagle Blaze. Now for T side, we've got the Glock 18 Fade. I'm thinking of trading this one. It's a lot of money, 230 euros in a Glock skin, and honestly, I don't really like it that much. So it should be full fade as well. At least that's what the guy told me when I traded for it, because even Glocks have different fade levels. And for the Tech 9 spot, I have got a StatTrak Tech 9 Titanium bit. So this faction, I think it's the most expensive StatTrak Tech 9 skin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. And yeah, therefore I'm using it. I think I won it in a bet some time ago. But going over to heavy, we've got the StatTrak Nova Antique. It's a field-tested one. In my opinion, the Nova Antique is probably the best looking Nova skin. It's just so classy, and I really like it. We do have some other skins, but they're mostly Rangers, or StatTrak Rangers. I actually have a nice little mishmash here of weird skins, but it's, in my opinion, probably the coolest looking Nova skin. Now for the Auto Shotgun, I just have a StatTrak Quicksilver. I must have unboxed this one. I don't really know if there are any cool skins for this gun, but I like the Quicksilver. Then we've got the Hentai Cannon. Fairly certain I won this in a CSGO Lounge bet a long time ago as well. It's unfortunately not stat track, it's just a regular one, but it still is, in my opinion, probably the coolest sort of skin, and just one of the coolest skins altogether, in my opinion. So, for the M249, we've got the Impact Drill. This is, yeah, it looks golden. I rarely use it, so I can't really say much, but it's a pretty cool looking skin. And for the Negev, this was gifted to me by one of my viewers and mods and like long time subs called Niklas, and it is probably the worst looking Negev skin in the whole game. So it is quite nice. It just looks like a bunch of Doritos has exploded all over my Negev. But onto the SMGs, and we've got the Mac 10 Neon Rider. It's a field tested one, and it's one that I unboxed not too long ago, I assume. Wait. We missed this one. We missed the Sunia Mac 7 Sand Dune. I didn't have any cool Mac 7 skins. Not quite sure which would be the coolest, but I just had a Sunia skin. It's a pretty disgusting looking one, but yeah, I should maybe get myself a new one, but it's at least somewhat decent. Now, for the MP9 spot, we've got the Souvenir MP9 Setting Sun. We've got a lot of random skins, but the Hot Rod is also really cool. I think I'll actually change this right now. It's faction new. It's just red, pretty much, and it looks really, really cool in my opinion. For the MP7 spot, we've got a couple of Nemesis, And we've also got the StatTrak MP7 Special Delivery from the Shadow Collection. We've also got the MP7 Gunsmoke, in my opinion, one of the coolest skins in the game. At least of the like early skins that came out just when CSGO was released. Wait, that's not this one. Then it was the P250 Gunsmoke, but just the Gunsmoke camo is really cool in my opinion. For the UMP spot, we've got the UMP 45 Grand Prix. And I've got a lot of Riots, as you can see. We've also got a couple of Grand Prix. I don't have a StatTrak Grand Prix, but the Riot just really isn't a good looking skin, so I'm not using that one. For the P90, I kind of wish that I had an Asimov, but unfortunately do not. Maybe I should buy one, but at the same time, I rarely really use the P90. And for the Bison spot, we've got a StatTrak PP Bison Antique Minimal Wear, and yeah, it's also, again, antique. It's quite a nice looking skin in my opinion. And for the T side, we've got the Mac 10 Neon Rider. We've got a nice little mixture of skins, but I think I unboxed the Neon Rider at some point, and yeah, it's a pretty cool looking skin in my opinion. So for rifles, we've got the Galil Cerberus that I have been gifted from a guy, well, by a guy called Cliffy, who actually, he is like one of the guys who was here from before 1k subs, and I think I was at 800 subs, and he was like really good at trading, and he gifted me a bayonet knife that was worth 80 euros, an Urban Must field tested, 80 euros at the time. And it was the first ever knife I had, and yeah, I mean, this guy is just absolutely amazing. I'm really happy with this Cerberus skin. It looks really nice in my opinion. For the AK, we've got the Fleggerkanon V2.0. It is a StatTrak Aquamarine Revenge, and in my opinion, the coolest AK skin. I did have a StatTrak Fire Serpent, but decided to change it out for this one, simply because this one looks better in my opinion. You can see I've used it quite a bit. I've got 3.3k kills on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be changing it for the new one, the Frontsight Misty. I haven't really looked at it quite yet, but the Aquamarine Revenge is definitely a very good looking skin, and that's why I am using it. So, the Scout skin is Blood in the Water Factory New, and it is also a very, very cool looking skin. I've actually got two of them apparently, one minimal wear and one factory new, and yeah, it's probably the best looking Scout skin in my opinion. It is kind of a bit of a rare one. The Armsteel 2 collection, you know, what are they called? The normal CSGO cases in the second collection. This was the covert drop, and those cases pretty much only have shit except for the Blood Tiger. If you get a StatTrak, you actually get a decent amount of coinage. Don't know if you do anymore, but you used to. But the Blood in the Water, very cool looking skin, and wish I had it in StatTrak, but those bad boys are just way too expensive. To the SG spot, a weapon that I rarely use, I've got an ultraviolet skin, and it's actually got a Navi sticker from Katowice 2014, which is why I'm using this one. Not the best looking skin, to be fair. There probably are a million better. But yeah, I'm just liking the sticker, and since I rarely use it, I've just decided to keep this skin. So, onto the G3 SG1, and this is another one of them where there's probably a million cooler skins, but it's the StatTrak. It's pretty much the only one that I've got, and I just decided to use it, really. For the terrorist-sided op, I am using the Fleggerkanon, or Fleggerkanonen, which pretty much means the wreck cannon. It is a Medusa. It is minimal wear. I've put a Carrigan signature sticker on it. I'm trying to trade this currently since I don't really want two op skins, but it is a really good looking skin, especially in minimal wear. It looks very, very nice. And for the CT-sided op, we've got the Op Dragon Law. It is field tested, but it has one of the cleanest field tested looks I have ever seen. And yeah, you can barely tell that it's actually damaged when you're running around with it in your hands. So, a very, very good looking skin in my opinion, and my personal favorite. I think this is one skin that I will never ever be trading. So, yeah, it is quite a special one for me. It was gifted to me by Communist Cow amongst a lot of other skins. He's an absolute madman, and it really deserves the #1 donator spot, at least as far as skins go on my stream. And then we've got, this is gifted to me by Shadow. It's called NaToSaphiX, and it is a battle, no, it's actually field tested. It's a field tested Scar 20 Sand Mesh, but it's got 4 Katowice stickers, one of them being the I Buy Power sticker. So with all of these stickers, it's actually a really expensive gun in terms of like value if you could take off the stickers. And with this name, it's just one big troll. That's why I'm using it, because I have the StatTrak Scar 20 Cardiac. Don't use that one. Got the StatTrak Scar 20 Sarix, StatTrak Scar 20 Grotto, and so on. But I've decided to use the NaToSaphiX because the name is just too troll, and yeah, the stickers just make it so good. And now for the Famas, we've got the Famas Spitfire, in my opinion, the best looking Famas skin. Unfortunately, it's only field tested, so it is a bit messed up, but yeah, the factory new is very expensive, I do believe, and I think I got this in a drop, or maybe won it in a bet, so I've just decided to keep it, but yeah, that's how it is. For the AUG, we've got the AUG Chameleon. I think I must have unboxed this or just won it in a bet or something. It's not a skin that I would go onto the market to try and find and then buy. But yeah, here it is. And then for the M4A4, we've got an M4A4 How. And I got this yesterday. I traded with a guy on my friends list called Sparky. I've been wanting to get a How for a long time, and I finally got one. And it's pretty good looking in my opinion. Before this, I had the M4A4 Poseidon, which I will be selling now that I don't use it anymore. But I'm really happy that I finally got a How, and yeah, it's a minimal wear as well, so it's really good looking. Now, as far as knives go, there are actually a couple here. So we've got the M9 Bayonet Safari Mesh. I think this was actually gifted to me so that I would give it away, and that's what I'm going to be doing. This was gifted to me by DBR, like more formally known as DBR Fusion, at least on my stream. He gifted me 3 knives. I've already given one of them away, but he gave me an M9 Bayonet Safari Mesh. He gave me also a God Knife Slaughter, so you will be looking out for a couple of giveaways. Might be on my YouTube, might be on my stream, but I will at least be giving away these 2 knives. Then I've got an M9 Bayonet Vanilla that I really like the look of, and which I use all the time. Then I've got my StatTrak Karambit 9010 Fade. It's a pretty expensive knife. I think I've got a buyer for it. I want to just get rid of it because I don't want big skins, especially not knives, and I actually prefer the M9 Bayonet Vanilla, to be fair. Then I've also got another skin donated by Communist Cow, which is my Huntsman Knife Fade. So those are the knives. I don't think I have any more. No, I do not. I did have a couple more. I gave away some knife. I can't remember which one, but it was also one of the ones that DBR gave me. It was a Falchion Knife Blue Steel, was what it was. And then I traded my StatTrak Karambit Crimson Web to 5 vanilla knives, a butterfly, a bayonet, a huntsman, a flip, and a gun knife. And one of them I sold, and the 4 others I used to trade for my M4A4 How. So this was my loadout. Hope you have enjoyed it, guys. Please leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you haven't. My name is NaToSaphiX, and I'll see you in the next video.